life will be repeated until they are learned. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Studies No More Hard with Falak Kaushik. Today we are going to talk about the part 3 of the fundamental unit of life. In the first part we talked about the introduction. In the second part we talked about the cell membrane and structure. In this part we will talk about the nucleus and the cell organelles. So let's start with the nucleus. So nucleus is the head of the cell. It takes every important decision like how the cell should look, how it should divide, when it should divide, when it should not divide, what substances will come in, what substances will go out. Every important decisions are taken by the nucleus. So nucleus also contains the nucleoplasm of its own, and it also contains a double layered membrane. Nucleus contains a double layered membrane. And who controls a nucleus? Yes, this dark looking structure is called nucleolus. That is the nucleus of the nucleus. Means the head of the nucleus is called the nucleolus. So there are some thread-like structure in the present in the nucleus called chromosomes, which contain information in the form of blueprinted DNA. Its full form is DNA. Full form is deoxyribonucleic acid. So this deoxyribonucleic acid contains information how the cell should look, how the cell should divide, and this information is then taken by the nucleus to decide whatever the decisions it should take. So the membrane of the nucleus or the nucleus membrane is porous and allows the materials or substances to come in and get out of the cell of the nucleus. So this is basically the structure of the cell. So I will just now, in this chapter nucleus we talked about, and second part is cell organelles. So there in this chapter we are having around only six cell organelles we are having. Starting with the first one is ER, endoplasmic reticulum. So there are basically two types of endoplasmic reticulum. So this is the ER, endoplasmic reticulum. These all network of pipes are endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum are made up of lipids and proteins. So ER or endoplasmic reticulum is of two types, smooth ER and rough ER. Means smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So starting with the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum, this is the substances, the tubes which are not having these blue spots are the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This smooth endoplasmic reticulum acts like a storehouse which stores the important ions like sodium ions, which are used for energy generation. First function was it stores the ions, and second function is it breaks down the toxins, and the third function is it manufactures the lipids with the help of its enzymes. So what are the three functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum? First, it is involved in the generation of it is involved in the storage of sodium ions, which are important for energy generation. It is also involved in the breakdown of toxins and the manufacturing of enzymes that it stores. So first part we understood. So what is the second part? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum we understood. The endoplasmic which is containing blue spots, I have just mentioned it out. So this is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is called rough? It is called rough because it contains ribosomes. These are blue-like structures are ribosomes. It contains ribosomes which for the manufacture of proteins. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum is called smooth because it doesn't contain ribosomes, and rough endoplasmic reticulum is called rough because it is containing ribosomes sitting on it. So what is the function of ribosomes? Ribosomes are used for the manufacturing of proteins, which is called protein synthesis. Ribosomes or the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is having ribosomes sitting on it. Ribosomes are important for the manufacture of proteins, which is called protein synthesis. And proteins forms a lattice for different cell functions to actually be placed. So this was the first cell organelle. So going to the next cell organelles, Golgi apparatus. It is Golgi apparatus. So first of all, we are who founded it? What was the discovery of Golgi apparatus? Golgi apparatus was first founded by Camillo Golgi. On this scientist name Camillo Golgi, the Golgi apparatus name is it's been named after the scientist who founded Camillo Golgi. So Golgi apparatus main function is the packaging of proteins. ER or endoplasmic reticulum forms proteins, and these are small circle type structure. Are you able to see? These are the vesicles. These vesicles, what happen when these ER synthesis proteins, they take these proteins, they just carry proteins from them and just load it to the Golgi apparatus. Transport system just, where the Golgi apparatus package it and package it and send it to the other parts of the cell in actual amount according to their need. Whatever amount they need, these vesicles provide them the proteins, the packaged proteins by Golgi apparatus. So going to the next cell organelle. Next cell organelle is lysosomes. So I just want to tell you, I was not having colors. These lysosomes are of green colors. Circles or ovals which are of green color are called lysosomes, and vesicles are of red color or orange type color. So these vesicles are of orange type color. Okay. So what is the function of lysosomes? Lysosomes just break down the enzymes into simpler components then so that they can be digested. They are also called the suicide bags of the cell, suicide sacs of the cell. Why? Because suppose a cell dies, its enzymes also die, right? These enzymes are digested by the lysosomes. So in the part 1 I just told you that in 1 minute 300 million cells are died in an adult human being. So you can imagine the importance of lysosomes. They digest all the enzymes of the dead cells. So lysosomes, I hope it is clear to you. So moving to our next cell organelle, which is mitochondria. It's the most interesting one. So this mitochondria, what it is, it's also called the powerhouse of the cell, and it is called the powerhouse of the cell. It provides energy, and I told you that in the first part or second part of the video, I told that ATP, adenosine triphosphate, it provides energy. So where it is produced? ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is produced in the mitochondria. Mitochondria produce ATP for so that it can provide energy to the cell for its functions. So mitochondria you can see these foldings in the mitochondria. These are called cristae. So these foldings in the mitochondria are called cristae. Why are these foldings here? These foldings are to just increase the surface area. But why they want to increase the surface area? For the maximum generation of the adenosine triphosphate or the ATP, so that more amount of ATP can transfer or can be produced. Now moving to our next cell organelle. It is only found, you will not find it here because I have just made a simple or animal cell I have just made. But in plant cells, there are small colored substances or cell organelles. These are called plastids. Plastids are basically of three types: chromoplast, leucoplast and chloroplast. Let me explain you. So plastids are the small colored substances or cell organelles present in the plants only. So there are basically three types: leucoplasts, chloroplasts and So these are the three types of plastids: leucoplasts, chloroplasts and chromoplasts. So what are among these three, these chloroplasts are the most important. Why? Because chloroplasts contain the pigment called chlorophyll. And this chlorophyll, you know that chlorophyll is important in photosynthesis, which chlorophyll convert the solar light into sugar and oxygen. So this was the function of chloroplasts. Now leucoplasts are they are colorless. They don't have any color, and they basically act as storage of starch. You know, starch is produced in the process of photosynthesis after when the food is produced. Then starch is stored in the stem. It is found basically in stems in leucoplasts. And now third type is chromoplast. So what is a chromoplast? They provide color to the cell. They are colored. There are very many, so many colors, and they provide color to the cell, color to the plant cell or to the plants. So they are basically found in the only in flowers or in flowers and flower petals. So now moving to our next cell organelle, which is a vacuole. It's the empty looking structure in the cell is called a vacuole, and it stores water. I just told you about it in hypotonic solution. So these vacuoles, what they do, they store water. They store the extra amount of water in the cell. This is the main function of them. So now our next point in this video is, this is actually the last part of this chapter. So I just want to clear the doubts, the differences between plant cell and animal cell. So what are the main types of differences? So first difference is in plant cell. I just make a table here. This is of animal, this is of plants. So cell wall is not present in animal cell, it is present in plant cells. Cell wall is only present in plant cells. So vacuoles are present in animal cell but of smaller size. So in plant cell they are larger size. So in animal cells, vacuoles are present but are of small size, and in plants, vacuoles are present of larger size. Now third difference is plastids. Not present, present. So this was the main differences between the animal cell and plant cells. So I hope you understand this whole chapter very well. So by this we come to an end of the chapter, the fundamental unit of life. The fundamental unit of life was the first chapter, biology chapter, chapter of class 9th. And in this, I think all doubts are cleared out related to this chapter. And if you have still any doubt, you can freely ask me in the comment section. And in my old videos, as I told you that I will provide you notes in the description box, so don't forget to check it out. So next chapter will be of maths chapter first, number systems. So in this chapter we will solve exercises. So we will meet in the next video. Take care and bye bye. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share my YouTube channel. And please hit that bell icon to get my notification of new videos. Thank you.